What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my Chalice Dungeon guide for trophies. For the last two trophies that you need in the game, if you followed my walkthrough all the way, you should have all but these last two. So that's what we're doing in these guides here. We're going through the Chalice Dungeons required to get the final two trophies of the game. So that requires us to now face what is perhaps the most feared Chalice Dungeon of this series, and that, my friends, is the Defiled Chalice. So in order to unlock the Defiled Chalice, you'll see here we need 9 Ritual Blood 4s, which we have. We need 2 Bastards of Loran, which we're about to get. And we need 22 Arcane Haze, which also we're about to get. So, first order of business is we have to go to the Insight shop, where we can simply purchase for 7 Insight apiece. We need 2 of them. All right? So we're good on that front. And again, I believe I said it in the first video, you can only purchase those from the Insight shop if you are in New Game Plus. So that is why I originally said it is probably for the best if you do this in New Game Plus. One of many reasons. So anyway, second order of business, we have to do get some Arcane Haze. So if you remember in the last dungeon, in the previous episode, we got what's called the Arcane Haze Extractor. We picked it up from one of the coffins that we got. And so what you use the Arcane Haze Extractor for is to make Arcane Haze. And well, you see this message here. What the Arcane Haze Extractor does is it allows you to convert other Chalice ritual materials into Arcane Haze. So you see that number, the blue icon and the number next to it. That's how much Arcane Haze you get if you convert that particular item into Arcane Haze. So let's see. I have 9 Tomb Mold 5s. I'm not going to be using those, and you get 12 a pop. So we're going to need Arcane Haze for the next dungeon as well. So I'm going to go ahead and think. I think if I turn in 4 of these, I'll get enough for both dungeons. I could be mistaken, but you can convert anything you want except for the ritual bloods that you need for the next dungeon. So anyway, so now we have enough Arcane Haze. So what I'll say at this point is, admittedly, we are at somewhat of a crossroads. We can go 2 different ways, and I'll explain to you why I'm going to choose the way that I'm going to choose. So let's go to the next altar. So one of the trophies that we're going to get requires us using the Ailing Loran Chalice, which also requires 9 Ritual Blood 4s. And of course, the Defiled Chalice requires 9 Ritual Blood 4s. So we only have 9 of them in total, and we need 18 of them to unlock these 2 dungeons. It is easiest to get in the Ailing Loran Chalice. You only have to go through the first 2 layers to get 9 more to then unlock the Defiled Chalice later, if you choose to go to the Ailing Loran Chalice first. But I'm going to choose to go to the Defiled Chalice first, because if you defeat the Defiled Chalice and get the next Chalice and defeat that Chalice, that next Chalice, which is the one that has Queen Yharnam in it, which gets you that trophy, after you defeat Queen Yharnam, you can actually just buy Ritual Blood 4 at the shop. So we can't yet, because we haven't killed Queen Yharnam yet. So we do not have access to buy Ritual Blood 4. But we will. And so as long as you're willing to shell out the cash for that Ritual Blood 4, which, you know, you look at the amount of blood echoes that we have from killing these bosses, it's quite substantial. You'll get a huge amount of blood echoes for killing Queen Yharnam. And then also I showed you that blood echo farming method in the first episode of this Chalice Dungeon guide that will net you an enormous amount of blood echoes if you do that. So in other words, what I'm saying is that buying those Ritual Blood 4s is not going to be that much of an issue. And in fact, it is going to be way faster than, you know, going through all the extra paths and routes in the Ailing Loran Chalice to pick them up in that dungeon. So if you'd rather go that way, be my guest. But the way that I'm going to go is I'm going to do the Defiled Chalice first. And then after we kill Queen Yharnam, we will at that point go and purchase the Ritual Blood 4s that we need to unlock the Ailing Loran Chalice, and we'll go that way. So Defiled Chalice it is. We're going to conduct the ritual, and we're going to have ourselves a good time. So all that we have left, other than that, the Ailing Loran Chalice, as I just mentioned, is the Untitled Chalice, which is the 5th Chalice of this series that we're going through. And we're going to need Ritual Blood 5 to unlock that. Once this loads up here, I'm going to show you my inventory. I believe I have 12 of them already. Yes, I do. So each time you play through this game, base new game and the new game plus and every repetition subsequent after that, you can actually get 3 ritual blood 5s in the main game if you go to the upper cathedral ward. Like there's that door that you have to unlock with the, I think it's called the orphanage key. And right by that door, there's a pickup off of a dead body. And that pickup is 3 ritual blood 5s. So if you're new game plus, you have access to 6 of them already. And also, Ritual Blood 5s are available for purchase at the shop as well. So you can purchase whatever, at that point in time, you'll be able to purchase whatever Ritual Blood 5s you need at that point in time. And then, of course, some of the Lever Guardians in this Chalice are going to drop them. So you can farm them too if you want to do that. So what I'm trying to say is we're done taking side paths to go after materials. So starting at the Defiled Chalice, we're just going to go straight for the lever and then straight for the boss, because everything else that we need from this point forward, the way that we're going to do it can be purchased at the shop or can be farmed relatively easily. So we're going to light this lamp and go straight through here. And go all the way in the back. There's some nasty enemies in here, so just try to keep your distance. So we got to go all the way to this archway in the back left. And we're going to take a right-hand turn here, and the lever's going to be in here. So this guy, you see, he's pretty close to the lantern. I mean, it's really not hard to get to this guy. He can drop the Ritual Blood 5s. So if you just, for whatever reason, do not want to buy them when the time comes, if you need some more, this guy can drop them, so you can farm this guy if you so choose. And I don't think there's any in this chest, but I'm just going to look just to make sure. What's in here? Yeah, Quicksilver bullets. So not what we need. So I'm going to use the Bolt Hunter's Mark. And we're going to fight a boss that is a Chalice Dungeon boss, but it's one that is familiar. It's the Keeper of the Old Lords. We fought one of these already. And I said that the second one that we fight is going to be much harder than the first one that we fight. And yes, that is true. Obviously, if you haven't already noticed as well, we're at half HP, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, be mindful of that. That is one of the things that makes this Chalice Dungeon so hard, is that you are at half HP. And so a lot of the bosses can one-shot you or pretty darn near one-shot you. So Keeper of the Old Lords, just to recap, I showed you her moveset in the first one, so I'm not going to really belabor it in this experience. But remember, her first phase, she has 2 parryable attacks. The one where she drags her sword on the ground and kind of lunges at you, that you can parry that one. You can also parry her kind of double sword swipe attack. So I'm going to try to take advantage of those in her first phase. She's going to want to, after you're done with the first phase, she gets to about half HP. She's going to want to imbue her sword with fire, shoot her right away to keep her from putting fire on her weapon, because that means that she can basically swing her sword and shoot projectile fire at you, and that makes her way more dangerous. And if that happens, I'm probably going to die. So just know that she can, once she gets to about half HP, she's going to try to do that. And then if you shoot her out of it, if you interrupt her, she's going to try to keep doing it over and over and over again. So just be watching for her to kind of reach for her sword with her other hand. That's kind of the cue that she's about to do it, and shoot her out of it. So I'm going to do minimalish commentary here because this does require some concentration. So throw on some bolt paper. Look at that. Look at that. Ooh, that damage. That's the double swipe attack that you can parry. Whew. That was close. But I was too busy trying not to die. So that's the kind of lunge attack that she does that you can punish. So I'm going to try to get a couple extra shots in here. Parry that one. That's her lunge attack that she drags the sword on the almost on the ground. Now she's probably going to start trying to switch to second phase. There it is. So you want to interrupt her. Whenever you see her do that, you want to interrupt her because she's trying to go to second phase there. Oh, trying to do it again, and interrupted, and got the parry too. So you want to make sure she does not get that second phase off, because she'll make your life miserable if she does. Oh, there she goes. There she goes again. There we go. Got another parry. This should do it. Whoops, I missed the visceral, but she's dead anyway. Okay, so that's that fight. Very deadly. She almost killed me like right when I walked inside the room, but fortunately, fortunately we survived. So I hate to say that's as easy as it gets as far as boss fights go in the Defiled Chalice. The next two are, I would make the case that they're the hardest two boss fights. Definitely in the Chalice Dungeons, perhaps in the game. Yeah, these next two fights don't mess around. I'm actually, my heart's already like pounding in anticipation. And if nothing else, I might give you guys something to laugh at me for when I keep struggling and dying to these bosses. If I don't get lucky, we'll see how it goes. All right, so we want to go straight. We're going to go down the stairs and straight through this tunnel. We're going to make a left turn right here. Go up the stairs. Watch out. This is a trap. They can throw a Molotov and explode those things down there. Then we're going to go up these stairs. Watch out for the enemies. Oh, gosh. Like half HP, man. Sucks. And this guy is deadly, but he can possibly drop a Ritual Blood 5. Ugh, I'm trying to parry him, and I'm almost out of bullets, but those combos are nasty. See if we got lucky. Nope. And here we are at our lever. So I'm going to pull it. Do the old Bold Hunter's Mark. All right, so this next boss, I think it was the final boss of the first Chalice Dungeon as a Watchdog of the Old Lord. So this is, I need to restock on my stuff. This is the Defiled Watchdog of the Old Lords. And I mean, he's obviously, this is a depth 4 dungeon compared to a depth 1 dungeon. So obviously he's a lot stronger than he was before. And we're at half HP. So yeah, you do the math. This could take several tries. We'll see how it goes. But he has some attacks that can pretty much one-shot you, especially in a second phase. You really have to watch out for his charge attack. Well, he'll dash across pretty much the whole room, because that can take you out in one hit. And he just has, yeah. The best way to get him in this first phase is to go up next to him. He's going to try to bite you, and you can roll through that and attack his legs. You can break his legs. If you've just had enough, you can summon an NPC hunter here. I've worked with a few friends on this myself who just, you know, wanted someone else to help them kill the boss, and I've done that for some friends as well. So this is a good boss for multiplayer. But here we go. Let's hope for the best. Oh, there's his charge attack. He almost, actually, I should have been prepared for that. He almost always starts with the charge attack. So when you see him kind of gag and gargle like that, he's about to do his vomit attack, which is actually a pretty good opportunity to punish him if you're close enough to him. And so now he's got lava on the floor here, so if I walk into that, I'm going to get hurt. So, so there's his bite attack. I was a bit late on that, and I whiffed a couple times. So I'm going to heal up. He might no-hit me here. We'll see how it goes. All right, that's his bark attack where he like spits fire when he does that. Oh, my weapon's at risk. That is just wonderful. I should have been paying attention to that. That's his bark attack again. You see it does quite a bit of damage to you. Surprised I haven't broken his legs. Oh, I did break his legs, and I didn't take advantage of it because I was too preoccupied with healing. And so he does have some AoE attacks, especially when you hit him enough times in the legs, he kind of loses his flame aura. And then when he loses that, he'll regain it eventually. So that kind of movement of the neck is indicating he's about to do a charge attack. So when he loses his flame kind of barrier, he'll recharge it. And when he recharges it, it's a AoE. And he also has another AoE where you can see he's kind of like sucking in the environment. And see that's his AoE. I was just talking about it, and then yet again I miss it. Fortunately, he charged away from me that time. There we go. Once he does that with his face, you know he's about to charge. Sometimes he'll do 2 swipes there with the AoE fire. So I'm gonna back away here. There's his charge. Oh, he one-shot me. I saw it coming too, and I saw that it was coming, and I didn't get out of the way fast enough. So you saw most of his moves there. I wasn't quick enough in getting away from that charge, and I was getting too greedy there on when I was attacking his legs and wasn't getting away from his AoE. There's another attack that he does where you'll see he's kind of like almost inhaling, and you'll see these kind of like wispy things go inside of him. That's like his big AoE attack, and you definitely want to get away from that. I'm going back to the dream here to repair my weapon, and I'm going to get some more bolt paper while I'm at it. Let's see, I need 4 more. And I'll top off my fire paper. And my beast blood pellets. Do I have enough? No, I don't have enough to get all of them, but oh well, that's all the inside I have. And I'm gonna repair. Oh, I don't have any blood echoes. So use one of these. There we go. Repair the old saw cleaver. Okay. So now that's kind of the first major taste of what the Defiled Chalice has to offer. So we'll see. Hopefully we do a little bit better this time. I'm gonna try to concentrate a bit more. So I'll probably be a bit more dialed back on the commentary. But we'll see how it goes this time. Hopefully we will prevail. I'm gonna see if I can get my blood echoes too. He almost always starts with the charge. Easy to dodge through that, attack his legs. All right, get away. He's gonna AoE. Oh, are you serious? I literally, that was bad. I literally dodged into the dash. All right. That last attempt was bad. We'll get him this time, though. First attack is usually a dash. He wakes up and he's grumpy. All right, get away because he's going to AoE. Or attack him one more time and get greedy. Dadgummit. Moral of the story, don't be a greedy SOB. Which I really struggle with. Ooh. Charge attack. Ah. Charge attack. Oh, that's an attack you can punish. I should have punished that. Oh, I got a hit in his head, though. Charge attack. Nope. There it is. Oh, dodged the wrong way. Oh, that's his big AoE. I did not get away in time. All right, hopefully he'll let me heal here. This is the second form. You hear the musical cue there. So he gets a few new attacks and he's a bit more aggressive here. Quite a few whiffs there. Just wait for my opportune time to punish him. Trying to break his leg. There we go. Oh, I messed that up. I dodged way too late. Oh, I could have got his head there. Oh, yes, this is vomit attack. So easy to punish this attack. All right, get away from his AoE, though. There we go. Oh, big AoE, get away, get away, get away, get away. Ah, almost a one-shot. Oof, I'm trying to heal. All right, re-engage the bolt paper here. All right, this, oh, how did I not freaking, all right, I'm going for it. I'm going for it. I'm going for it. Got it. Oof. That was risky. I should have healed there, but oof, I just took a chance and it paid off. So third try for him ain't bad. I was really worried that was going to take way longer than 3 tries. And my heart's pounding right now. But that, my friends, is precisely why I leveled up to level 200 before getting here, because you can beat him at a much lower level, and I have beat him at a lower level, but I did not want to sit here fighting this guy 10+ times just to get by him, because let's just face it, I'm not that good at this game, so I'm not the type of person that can get that guy reliably on my first attempt, or even first 5 attempts for that matter. So, but this is no time to breathe easy. I'm gonna top off my bolt paper. This is no time to breathe easy because the next boss, you could make a case is even more difficult than Defiled Watchdog, and you will see why. So the next boss that we're going to fight is going to be yet another familiar foe. And this one would be familiar from the main game. So as we've been doing with the other ones, we're just going to go straight from the lamp, pull the switch, fight the boss. No hunting around for additional materials and whatnot, because as I explained at the beginning of the episode, we're not really going to need the additional materials because everything we can get from this point forward can be bought. Okay, you could use a blue elixir in here because of these dogs that are aggressive, and there's a Keeper of the Old Lords right there. So we're gonna drop. I'm gonna heal up real quick. Drop down this hole in the middle. And is the lever in here? Yes, it is. couldn't remember which way to turn there. So get out of here. And I'm going to use my Bolt Hunter's Mark away from the chaos of it all. All right. So we done what we need to do. Now, this is where the fun begins. So we're about to fight Defiled Amygdala. And normally, Amygdala is not that difficult, but again, half HP. So you can summon an NPC. I've also played this one multiplayer too quite a few times. Do what you got to do. And thing is her jump attack can pretty much kill you in one hit. So that's the one thing you got to watch out for. Same fight as the main game. You know, a bit of a smaller room, but premise is the same. I like to fight her with the extended saw cleaver. Laser attack is exactly the same. So her arms can be hit for decent damage. Her head is probably the place you want to go. When you hit her head enough times, you can visceral her. So I actually like to try to time it so I get the visceral a bit later on in the fight, because that'll make the third phase a bit shorter. And the third phase is where you're the most vulnerable to her stomp attacks. So to the extent you can do arm damage first and then head damage, it might be in your best interest to do it that way. So you're seeing we're doing pretty decent damage to her arms. Not quite as much as we're doing to her head, but still pretty good. You can break her arms too, I believe, as well. So I'm going to start hitting her head more in the second phase. There's her jump attack. So when you're far enough away from her, you can kind of watch where she's going to fall down. But in the third phase, when you're fighting her a bit closer, it's a bit harder to keep your distance from that jump attack. Oh, vomit on the floor there. Oh, swipe attack, get away. Nope, missed. Get a shot on the noggin there. Pretty soon here, she'll be transforming to her second phase, and as I said, broke her arm. As I said, I'll be focusing more on headshots in her second phase. There we go. Here's second phase. So when she slams her arms to the ground now, she's gonna have an AoE associated with it. Just roll away from these lasers. So we're going for headshots now. You see, well, she didn't do the AoE portion of that attack. More vomit on the ground or whatever acid that is coming from her head. So I'm trying to bait her big combo where she slams her head on the ground. There we go. Come on. More acid vomit. Get away from that. Let's get a shot off on her arm here. There we go. There's the AoE on her fist. So if you get too close to that, you'll get hit. And I should be getting a visceral on her pretty soon here, which will take her pretty deep into her third phase HP. Hopefully I'll get it before she enters her third phase. There we go. Watch out for those big... There we go, visceral. That's pretty much the perfect time. So I'm going to do the visceral, and then she's going to rip her arms off, and hopefully we'll have a short phase 3 here. So, oh, jump attack. Get a headshot. All right, so she's ripped her arms off. So now you want to fight close. You want to aim so when she does her jump attack, you want to walk. You want to just walk, don't run towards where her tail was. The reason why you want to be close is because her arms are so long range in the third phase that you don't want to be right up next to her. You can break her legs in this phase. All right, walk towards where she was standing, kind of right where her crotch was, and then if she does her jump attack, you should be safe. So. That's Amygdala. That's the first time I have ever gotten her first try. So I am very, very happy with that performance. So as I said, arms first phase, head second phase. Hopefully you'll get that visceral right before she transforms to her third phase. Third phase, you want to be right underneath her because she rips her arms off and she has super long range with her attacks at that point. So when you're right underneath her, when she jumps, you want to hang out near her legs. And when she jumps, just kind of walk. Well, don't sprint, in other words. Don't sprint. Just do a normal run towards where her legs were. And when she comes down, she usually should not land on you. If she does land on you, it's going to be a one-shot. So that is Defiled Amygdala. Very pleased with how that went. It went much better than Defiled Watchdog did. So happy with that. And we got the Untitled Chalice, which, as I said, is the last of this series before we're going to do the Ailing Loran. So we're going to fight Queen Yharnam and the Untitled Chalice, which, thank God, we're going to have full HP again. So, and then directly after doing that, we're going to hit up Ailing Loran for the Beast Claw, and that should round out everything you should need for all of the trophies in this game, assuming you've done everything in the main game already. So that's going to be it for this episode. We got through the Defiled Chalice in one piece. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you found this episode informative and helpful. If so, leave a comment and a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. All of that helps me out so much. I really appreciate you guys watching and all of the support. So thank you so much, guys. I will see you in the next one. Can't wait.